Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the site where you can get really smart, you can learn really cool stuff about your biology and your physiology, and you can develop a toolkit and the tools to begin to make some lasting and actionable changes to your healthcare. My name is Scott Resnick. I'm a medical doctor and I've been doing this for about 27 years, and I want to bring to you a confluence of all the best thinking of conventional medical care and really this wild west of natural and alternative healthcare. So if you are feeling tired all of the time, I want you to think about the king of hormones, and that is cortisol. So anytime we talk about anything related to the adrenal glands, we have to be thinking about cortisol. So watch through this video. In just 2 short minutes, you're going to have the tools to understand from a bird's eye, 30,000 foot perspective what cortisol does in your body. And I'm also going to give you some food for thought to think about how some of the other workings of your body could be related to this critical hormone. Now, cortisol is king, and I've said it before and I will say it again. It is the hormone that directs so many of the other processes in our body because it's our primary stress hormone. And at the end of the day, you need to be able to get away from the tiger. You need to be able to raise your blood sugar, raise your blood pressure, raise your pulse, and survive. So it's interesting in that cortisol is one of the few hormones without which we cannot survive. We need cortisol to actually keep the fires burning in our engines. So I want to start by showing you where cortisol is produced. Now, cortisol is a steroid hormone, and it's made as part of this steroid hormone cascade. The steroid hormones begin with cholesterol, which is converted into pregnenolone, then progesterone, and then this pathway takes one of 2 alternate pathways. One pathway, shown here, leads to our sex hormones, namely estrogen, testosterone, and DHEA. These are hormones of growth, of reproduction, of building. Conversely, on the other side of the pathway, we see 2 critical hormones, which are cortisol and aldosterone. Cortisol's job is to get us away from the tiger, as I mentioned before. Aldosterone's job is to keep us alive, assuming we were scratched by the tiger. So if we've lost blood, aldosterone maintains our sodium in our body, which maintains our blood volume. So now you can see that our body needs to take cholesterol and divert it into one of 2 pathways. One which is growth and reproduction, the other is survival. And ideally these are in balance. Cortisol also works intimately with all of our other bodily systems. So are you having problems with your gut in addition to fatigue? Maybe it's bloating, discomfort, bowel problems. Think cortisol, because we know cortisol influences the blood flow to our gut. Have you ever had any problem with high blood pressure, low blood pressure, high pulse, low pulse? Think cortisol. What about changes in your thinking, your memory? We know that cortisol can actually cause measurable changes in the brain architecture. And of course, if there's anything going wrong with your menstrual cycling, your erectile function, your libido, all that stuff, you got to be thinking cortisol. In subsequent videos, I'm going to be going over all of these cortisol relationships. So just know, if you're not feeling well and you're having problems with your brain, your body, your weight, your energy, your blood pressure, your bowels, your libido, your sexuality, your cycles, anything, you have to think cortisol, because cortisol is the king of our hormones. So if you like these videos, comment, subscribe, or even leave a suggestion for future videos. Over time, I'm going to be creating a large resource of information that you can use to really begin to get healthy. I will see you in the next video.